Hey, this is Bismarck129, and I'm doing an online commentary battle on the grassy flastlines. This is a Selucids versus Pontus battle. I'm in command of the Selucids, and my opponent, Mr. the Great, is in command of the Pontus. My army consists of 6 phalanx pikemen, 6 archers, and 6 cataphracts. My opponent's army consists of 4 archers, 4 bronze shields, 2 eastern infantry, 3 Thracian mercenaries, 4 Cappadocian cavalry, and 3 phalanx pikemen. Now the battle begins with a sort of an archer duel, a bit of a long one. I luckily have archer superiority with 6 archers and him having only 4 archers. He's moving them up immediately. Here he begins. He's also moving up his infantry, his pike force as well. He has a ton of pikes, but they're a mix of gold and bronze and silver upgrades, while mine are all got gold upgrades. And our archers here are not upgraded at all, but it doesn't matter. I've got a huge archer superiority. Yeah, and he's moving his infantry up, and there's his other infantry, which he's leaving in reserve for now. Now he's moving up his Thracian mercenaries and eastern infantry, and he's also moving up his Cappadocian cavalry on the left flank, and he's moving his eastern and Thracian mercenaries on the right flank. I hope perhaps to flank me while he gets into his pikemen in combat against my pikemen, but because his pikemen will be no match for my silver shield pikemen. Now he's already lost the archer duel. His archers have taken a huge amount of casualties. They're technically speaking screwed, and I think some of my archers now turning their fire on his lighter infantry and eastern infantry and Thracian mercenaries, now moving them up. That's not a good idea because they're unsupported and are not the best sort of an infantry. I don't know much about Thracian mercenaries. I do know that eastern infantry is an extremely weak unit. His archers really are down to perhaps about 4 units, and these guys are beginning to take casualties. His light infantry. Yeah, there. You can perhaps see there's a trail of dead eastern infantry, Infantry, I think, but he's perhaps hoping to send his eastern infantry to attack my archers, but it's not going to do much. I've sent in my cataphracts against his eastern infantry and Thracian mercenaries. They roush one of his units of eastern infantry and Thracian mercenaries almost immediately. It shows though how weak these units really are. They're no match for cataphracts, even though the eastern infantry are equipped with spears, which should be good against cavalry. I charge again in a hope of doing another mass rout on his light infantry, but luckily unfortunately they don't rout, and I lose a few of my cataphracts, but I pull them out because they will perhaps rout. They're no good in an infantry in a sort of melee combat. They're no good for charging. And they're going to go. His eastern and Thracian mercenaries will begin to chase them along with his Cappadocians on the right flank. Now he's beginning to move up his pikemen. I'm sending in my archers to flank his pikemen and take a few casualties. Now his eastern infantry are chasing my cataphracts along with his Cappadocian cavalry. Really not looking good for my opponent. The pikemen are taking a few casualties, but they rarely take barely any casualties on archer fire, really. Maybe slinger fire, maybe they take a few more, but his phalanx pikemen on the right flank are taking a good few casualties now from being flanked from the right from the archers there. But as you can hear, there's cavalry coming, and they're not my cataphracts, they're his Cappadocians coming to stop my archers from flanking him. Now he's sending in all his pikemen and he's sort of massing them on the center of my silver shield pikemen, which is not a very good move, where he should concentrate on the flanks maybe, but and also these infantry are not not as good, their quality is not as good as the silver shield pikemen. He's now beginning to spread them out, but this is, and they're beginning now to take even more casualties. And see, there's nothing, and now I'm going to do a hammer and anvil strike there with my cataphracts. Now one of his units has routed, and 2 more of his pikemen has routed from my hammer and anvil strike. Now he's down to only 3 or 4 pike units. My cataphracts charged into his phalanx pikemen, I think in the front, I'm not too sure. He's also done a hammer and anvil, but too late, and my silver shields turn around and like his Cappadocians there. My silver shields also fight his I think bronze shields there. And now I'm involved in this major cavalry fight against his 3 units of Cappadocians, but they're completely outclassed and outnumbered and overwhelmed by my superior cataphracts, and more of them keep coming in to fight. Now his Cappadocians Cappadocian cavalry have routed, and there goes the general.
The enemy general is killed! Fear makes a home in our enemy's hearts!
His army practically ceases to exist. It's just a few units left. There's still there's still sort of a phalanx fight here, but not for too long. That's practically all his pike units, his pikemen gone. All he has left is 1 unit of, I think, phalanx pikemen. There's another unit further back, but that's also come to stop at the further back. I'm sending in my mass cataphracts on him, hopefully to strike him from behind, but luckily I turn around. I send some of them around the flank, but a few of my cataphracts run into his pikes and I take a few casualties. But I'm turning around, and
Gods be praised!
my opponent is admitted defeat.
Victory, surely their work, not that of mortals
Although
like us.
there was really nothing much he can do but fight to the death and lose. That was a clear victory for me. I had 1,422 kills with 1,237 men remaining, and he had 341 kills with 319 men remaining. Good game to Mr. the Great.